Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to another live this morning. Hope you're having a great start to your day, and we are happy to be on with you this morning. And let's say hello to a few folks here. And who's number one, Brahim? And Mike, number two. You guys are always up at the top, and I don't know the trick, but good for you. Rosa from Montreal, bonjour. Mary, good morning. Sandy, how are you? And Bill, how are you? Anna Hemner. Wendy Markham, good morning. Donna, Bell Valley, Ontario. Nellie, good morning. Jerry, Nouveau Brunswick. Micheline, how are you? Fran from Orangeville. And Trudy. And Wanda Ridgeway, good morning. Joanne, how are you? From Berks Falls. Janice, Brampton. Yolande, bonjour. Kevin, Oshawa, good morning, Kev. Gloria, how are you? Nick from our staff. And Cecilia Sudbury. And Catherine, Parksville, British Columbia. Keith, how are you? And Barbara from Thetford. And Catherine, Springdale, Newfoundland. Lisa Marie. And Doc McHugh, there's a dear friend. Kitty, Kelowna. Barbara, Nova Scotia. And Luella from West Tennessee, Maryland, good morning. John, Elgin, Illinois. And someone from Stouffville, I didn't see the name. Wendy, Wasaga Beach, let's go swimming. Robin, Connecticut. Andrea, how are you? Nouveau Brunswick. Carol, Wasaga Beach. Okay, well represented. Bonnie, Little Britain. Sue, good morning. Wendy from London. And Jane, how are you? Maria from London, Ontario. Etta, good morning. And Sonia, nice to have you on. Janice. And Rita, good morning. Lori Lee, and she says it's cold in Ventura, California. Rachel, Sandra, Aurelia. And Victoria, good morning from Saskatoon, or Saskatchewan, I didn't see. Carol, Kathy, Heather, Miramichi, and Nativity, and a couple of more. Bev, how are you? Mary, PEI, let's get going on those questions. And Margie from Kansas. Linda, how could I not say hello to a Linda? And Dave. And Sandy. Notice what I'm drinking? Good for you coffee. Okay? Good for you coffee. And it is indeed good for you. Okay, now. Thanks, by the way, for the fact. Couple of things today, okay? I just noticed this morning, going on Facebook, that we have hit 85,000 followers on Facebook. Again, guys, you're my little disciples spreading the word. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. 85,000 followers on Facebook, over 4 million downloads, and thank you for that. Okay? Thank you for that. Now, people have asked me questions. Let me answer a question about the coffee. Okay? Because, you know me, it's the real vitamin C. I have been so consistent about coffee for a long time. I feel sorry for people that don't drink coffee. I do. They might like their tea, and good for them. Okay? Tea's good for you, by the way. But coffee. Consistent. Okay? So, let me just answer the questions because I've been asked a lot. Dr. Martin, is any coffee good? Absolutely. okay? Absolutely. All coffee is good. Depending, don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Don't put sugar in there. Okay? But all coffee is good. What is better, less spraying and whatever, is organic coffee. Okay? I mean, coffee's good. Organic coffee, better. The best is good for you coffee. It's like a supplement. It's coffee on steroids because it's so good for you. And when you check the phytonutrient value of good for you coffee, it's like taking another supplement. So that's the difference. They're all good. And guys, I mean it, okay? I mean it. All coffee is good for you. I've said it. I will continue to say it. I know I was right back then. Oh, Dr. Martin, coffee makes you acidic. Coffee is a diuretic. Coffee will take away your minerals. Coffee is no good for you. I used to push back against that 40 years ago. Heck, 50 years ago. And anybody that followed me when I had a radio show, I used to tell them, you are missing out when you don't drink coffee. Okay? Now, if you don't like it, what can I do for you? You know what I mean? But, okay, so I've answered. If you have any other, decaf is good. It's not the decaffeination. It's not the caffeine. It's the coffee bean. And it is so good for you, okay? Good, better, best. That's the way I operate. I operate like that in supplements. I operate like that in nutrition. Okay? Think of that. Good. So coffee's good. Better, yeah, organic. Doesn't get sprayed, blah, 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 with the chemicals, whatever. And best. Okay? Enjoy your Java. Okay? Enjoy your Java. Enjoy your coffee. Let's get to the questions. Thank you again. 85,000 we hit yesterday on followers on Facebook. That's incredible. And we're up to over 4 million downloads on the podcast The Doctor Is In. And again, that's just incredible to us. Okay, Maureen's asking a good question. What do you think of having baking soda every day? Okay, now, I always ask this question, and I'm asking it back to Maureen, because, Maureen, I think I know why you asked the question. But, you know, if I could ask you a question, I don't know if you are, Maureen, but I'm assuming you are. Why are you taking baking soda every day? Okay? Why do you take that? And I think the answer is because baking soda makes you alkaline. Okay? Well, look, guys, it really doesn't. Okay? It really doesn't. Now, it will neutralize acid in your stomach. And I guess if you have acid reflux, you could do it. But to be honest, I'm not big on that because your body makes baking soda. Your body does it. You don't have to take it. And I know I've seen stuff online and YouTube and baking soda kills cancer and whatever. And I don't buy it, guys. I just don't. Because you don't change your pH like that. Again, what pH are you aiming at? A lot of people don't realize that. First of all, your stomach is so acidic. And there's good reasons for it. You want to have a highly acidic stomach. Why? Because acidity will break down the steak you're supposed to eat. When you don't eat steak, okay, you're making a big mistake. Your stomach actually was designed to eat steak. You got a lower pH, more acidic pH than a lion, or at least you should. The problem is when you don't use that pH in the proper way, your stomach becomes more alkaline and your body tries to adapt to that. Your proton pumps will make more acidity. And guys, it's not just to eat steak, by the way. One of the biggest problems in our society today is pathogens. Okay? You ever hear of, C. difficile? Okay? H. pylori? If you have a good stomach acidity, you're not going to get those problems. Your stomach is meant to fix those pathogens and to neutralize them, to keep them at bay. Your stomach, but it has to be highly acidic. That's why I don't want people swallowing baking soda. It's going to neutralize your stomach acidity. Now, I understand. Well, doc, I got acid reflux. I know. But that's why I like apple cider vinegar, balsamic vinegar, a little bit of a teaspoon of that, lemon juice. Because you want your stomach to be even more acidic. And isn't it amazing that people that do the reset, guys, look good, I've been around a long time. When you change fuels and you eat the way you should eat, and you get rid of all that sugar, boy, does that ever make a big difference on your pH in your stomach. There's a lot of things that happen. Yesterday, we talked about emptying your liver in 6 days on the reset. Folks, please sign up. We could all do it. Sign up. We don't have a sheet, although we could. But I'm going to really pump you up. Okay? We're going to pump you up to do the reset. And even if some of you out there that, you've been really good, but wouldn't be a bad idea if we do the 1 week reset for you guys. I actually write about that in my book, Sun, Steak, and Steel. I talk about just doing, look, you can do a reset once a year, twice a year, 30 days. If it's your first time, I just really encourage that 30 days because we're really working on insulin resistance. But it will change the acidity in your stomach. And for those who want to empty their liver after these holidays, let's do it for a week even. For those who want to do it for 1 week. 6 days on the road and I'm going to empty my liver in 6 days. Guys, it's so good for us metabolically. So look, get on the private Facebook group. We're going to encourage you. We're going to pump you up to keep you going. And this is going to be a tremendous part of your health journey. Okay, Maureen, thank you for the question. I mean, again, coming back to baking soda, it's good for cleaning, and baking soda is good for your fridge, but for your body makes it already. Okay, so when you eat, let's say you have a tomato. Once it gets into your body neutralizes that acidity there by releasing baking soda. Isn't your body fearfully and wonderfully made? Okay? Isn't it? And guys, when it comes to your blood pH, a lot of people don't realize this. Your blood pH is really, really, really regulated. Your body will not let it go out of those parameters. And when you hear of acidosis, okay, and a lot of doctors, okay, just because they don't know really anything about nutrition, they think, oh, Dr. Martin, he's telling you to become acidic because when you got ketones in your urine, that's dangerous. No, it's not. No, it's not. Now, if you're a diabetic and you get diabetic acidosis, diabetic ketosis, that's different. That's different. But if you just stop eating carbs, your body will burn fat. It's a much better fuel, and we call those ketones. Okay? So, guys, listen. I pumped the reset, but I mean it. Barbara, I thought I answered this last week, but maybe I didn't. Dr. Martin, just wondering what you can tell me about protein C deficiency. Well, it's very rare. And if you have it, it's not good, okay? Because your blood can be thick as molasses and clot. But that's a defection. It's actually a very rare, like a genetic type of condition, okay? So I don't talk about it too much because it's rare. Now, if you have that, I would be on Navitol for sure to elevate your nitric oxide. I'd be on high DHA. A couple of things I would have you on, okay? John. Well, I don't know the answer to this. Can someone, okay, so John wasn't asking me. He's saying, can someone answer, okay, truthfully, he says, I don't know, who would lie about this? Explain the Green Frog Rainforest Alliance on the product. There's so much controversy out there because of Bill Gates. Well, John, I don't know. I mean, you know, I could look it up, I guess. Anybody want to answer him? You want to answer, John? Okay, maybe put it in the scroll there. I don't know. I think it means that it's organic and it's certified organic. But if and it hasn't touched the rainforest or something, I don't know. I never thought of it. I just looked at it now. And I don't want to give you a stupid answer, John. Okay? So somebody else answer him. Good question. Thank you, Bev. Been doing the reset. Started off at 125 pounds. Okay. You certainly weren't doing it for weight loss, were you, Bev? And now I do a little bit of vegetables with my suppers, but still losing weight. What can I do? Well, Bev, look, first of all, are you healthy? You feel good? You don't want to lose any more weight? Get strong. Okay? When someone is tiny, Bev, okay, or someone is obese, I said, listen to me. When you're tiny, you have a lot more risk of osteoporosis, but because of sarcopenia, you don't have enough muscle. Obesity. I tell people who are bigger, I told them this for years, would you at least get strong? Build muscle. Because metabolically, that will help you. Unbelievable. Sure, the reset and everything. But Bev, I'm more concerned. You're concerned about the scale. I'm more concerned about muscle mass. Get strong. Get stronger. I don't care if you're 80 years old. Get stronger. Hand grips. Tensor bands. Get stronger. And especially your legs. Get your legs stronger. Those are the biggest muscles in your body. And that will relate to your brain health, your heart health, your insulin, big time. You need more bins and bigger space in those bins. So Bev, I'm not too concerned about your weight. I'm more concerned about how strong you are. Yvonne, can a person be vitamin deficient to get burning, itching around the mouth? Could thyroid or menopause cause this? Well, hormones often can do it. But the thing that I found the most, Yvonne, is a vitamin B12 deficiency. Okay, vitamin B12 deficiency for sure. B12 is so neurological. It's a neurological vitamin, okay? Repeat, repeat, repeat. I tell you guys all this all the time. B12, I'm telling you, vitamin D, check those out because so many people walk around. 80% of the population are deficient in vitamin B12 and 80% for sure, if not more, are deficient in vitamin D. They don't know it. No one tells them, and they just don't take care of themselves. And you ain't going to drop dead right away, but I'll tell you, it will really be detrimental to your health if those vitamins are not right. But paresthesia around the mouth, the tongue, whatever, usually is a B12 deficiency, but it could be hormones. Okay? Not hormones, hormones. An imbalance there can do that for sure. Liz, here's my question. How bad is this full-fat, grass-fed, organic milk to drink in tea? Not by the glass, but a little shot in tea a few times a day. Hey, Liz, go for it. If it's a full-fat milk, it's certainly better for you. One of the problems with milk in the grocery store is it's been denatured, first of all, by pasteurization. Okay, they kill a lot of enzymes in milk that they shouldn't do. And secondly, by the fact that they take the fat out of it. So if you got a full fat milk and you want to put a little bit in your tea, I don't necessarily want you drinking milk, okay? Like I said, unless you have a cow in the backyard. But even then, I'm big on, you don't need milk so much. You don't need to drink. You need to eat cheese. I want you to have dairy. But yeah, you can have a little wee bit in your tea. Why are you drinking tea when you could be drinking coffee? I don't understand. Anywho, love you anyways. Liz, I do. I love you. Vince. Hi, Dr. Martin. Well, hello, Vince. Since following low carb for over a year now, I notice my feet no longer have a bad odor and my heels are no longer dry and thick as leather. Is it because of the diet? Absolutely it is, and I'll tell you why. Okay? You know when you get scaly skin? Okay? What that is, think about it for a minute, okay? It's a form of dehydration, but listen, what is toxic in your blood? Okay, let me get you thinking together. Let's all think together for a minute. We'll go through this. What's the most toxic thing you can have in your blood? Sugar. Sugar, right? So your body knows that. Your body knows that. And sugar is so toxic that you have an organ dedicated to getting sugar out of your bloodstream. It's called your pancreas. And it's secreting insulin. Okay? Put that aside just for a second. Okay? So you know that. Okay? Now, here's how smart your body is. When their sugar is higher in your bloodstream than it should, okay, in spite of insulin, whatever, your body will take water. You see, because your sugar is in your blood. Your blood vessels, 60,000 miles of them, 1.5 times around the equator. Your body is so smart. It's so intelligent. It knows better than us that sugar is very toxic. So you know what it does? It dehydrates your skin, your bones. It'll take water from everywhere to make your blood flow and won't be as thick with sugar. It dilutes the sugar. And that's why a lot of diabetics, that's why a lot of pre-diabetics, that's why when we put our list of check the engine light when it comes to insulin resistance, dry skin, cracky skin is a big part of it because your body's taking that water to put it into the bloodstream. It's taking it out of every area of your body. This is one of the reasons that people get so dehydrated. Why do you think diabetics are thirsty all the time, right? Polyuria, polydipsia, polyphagia, okay? They're urinating a lot. Your body is trying to get rid of the sugar, right? And you're dehydrated. Your body is trying to lower the sugar in the bloodstream by adding more water to it. And if you're not drinking the water, your body will take it out of different parts. So coming back to answering your question here, okay, Vince? Yes. Yes. The reset helps with that big time. Okay? Because now you got no, your sugar, you don't have sugar. Well, you have some sugar in your bloodstream, but I mean, it's like this. Now your body doesn't have to compensate. And you're the cracking in your heels or on your elbows or whatever. You say, geez, like what happened? It's gone away. Yeah, because you're not a camel. It all has to do with blood sugar. Got that? Vince? Good. Okay. And the bad odor, part of it is that. The second part of that is you didn't feed the bears, Vince. You weren't feeding fungus. You weren't feeding candida. You weren't feeding the bears. When you don't feed the bears, they die off. You have no idea how many gazillions of people have candida coming out the wazoo. And candida lives on sugar. And when you stopped, Vince, you didn't feed the bears and the bears died off. Okay? Candida dies off. And candida can give you a terrible smell, odor. Okay? And think of what you did to cancer cells. Cancer cells need fuel. You weren't giving them any. Hallelujah. Isn't that good, Vince? Good for you. Thanks for the question, Vince. We appreciate it. Okay, Kathy, wanting to know what causes bags and dark circles under the eye. Well, a couple of things. Allergies. I used to have kids come in the office. I'd look at their eyes, there are bags under their eyes, and I'd tell the mama, that kid's got allergies. Probably to dairy, okay, and again to milk, not cheese, and or they have allergies, to gluten, okay. Gluten schmooten, but them and carbs weren't getting along. The other thing too, allergies. The other thing is dehydration. I tell you, folks, your body, I wish we had a light on top of our head that would just tell us to add water. You have no idea. When I was in practice, and I mean this, I'm telling you, it was well over 90% of the people came into my office. well over 90% were dehydrated. They didn't even know it. They had no idea. And a lot of times their blood was thick as molasses. One of the best things you can do is drink water. Vitamin W. Add a pinch of salt. Okay? I'm big. You cry salt. Your saliva is salt. Your blood's got salt. Salt, salt, salt. Not table salt, but salt. Real salt. Your body needs it. Okay? Don't blame salt for what sugar is doing. Sugar gives you high blood pressure, not salt. Okay. Thanks for the question, Kathy. Juliet, is tender flake pure lard okay to use? Now, I want you guys to answer this, okay? I'm going to say yes, okay? Because I'd have to look at the package. But pure lard is certainly better than Crisco, okay? So you guys answer that, because I'm sure that some of our dear folks here already know the answer to this, and I'd have to look it up because I haven't looked at the label, because if they're adding any other stuff, okay? But you guys answer that, okay, for Juliet. I'm going to say off the top of my head, Juliet, certainly better. Certainly better than tender flake made from Crisco or whatever. Okay, Paul. Would donating blood assist in reducing insulin resistance as you get rid of glycated red blood cells, as long as you follow the reset diet, no sugar, no carbs? Very good question, Paul. I would say probably not. I have to think about it for a minute. But okay. Usually when I had patients donating blood, I would actually tell patients to go donate blood when they had too much iron in their blood. And that was caused by fatty liver. So I said, cut down on your sugars, get your insulin better, and go give blood, okay, until that gets better. And hemochromatosis, we called it. Too much iron in the blood. But there's a reason for that. Now, as far as insulin resistance and getting rid of blood, I know what you mean by the glycated red blood cells, hemoglobin, A1C. And you know what? I had never actually thought of that, because nobody's ever asked me that question before. Off the top of my head, Paul, I said, no, I don't think that's going to make a big difference on your A1C. But, hey, you want to try it and tell me the answer? I don't think so. At the end of the day, whether it will really do it or not. But I've never seen that asked anywhere or answered anywhere, to be honest with you. Okay? Thanks for that, Paul. Hold on, I think Paul's got part 2 here. Let me see if I can get it up here. And, oh, no, okay, I answered his question. And good for you, Paul. Okay, thanks for the question. What would cause folic acid on blood work to be low? Well, you're anemic, Margie. If you got low folic acid, that's a form of anemia. Check your B12. Check your ferritin. Check these things. A lot of times it can be sort of hidden, but if you have low folic acid, you've got some form of anemia there, and you need to eat more steak. Okay. Margie, good for you. Oh, guys, I'm almost done. Deborah, I take chlorella for extra iron, as I tend not to have enough of the foods that have it. Is it okay to take chlorella even though I take Navitol? Absolutely. Now, the best form of iron is heme iron. Okay? So you want to take chlorella. I got no problem with that, but I'm just telling you, okay? I'm telling you, Deb, that the best form of iron is heme iron found in steak, vitamin S, okay? There's no better iron. There's no better iron that's absorbed than heme iron, Heme, okay? And that's found in liver. That's found in steak. That iron is not in the plant kingdom. Now, I'm not against you taking chlorella if you find it effective, good for you. And like I said, I got no problem with that. Good, better, best. Okay? I'm a simple person. Okay? I'm a simple person. Heme iron. So when someone tells you you're a vegetarian, or someone tells me they're a vegetarian, someone tells me they're a vegan, I say, well, you've been duped. You've been fooled. It's not good for you. You might think so because of all the gurus out there telling you to do that, but it's not. Because you're not getting heme iron. You're not getting B12. You're not getting L-carnitine. You're not getting L-carnosine. You're not getting arginine. You're just not. And you're not eating any foods that help your body make CoQ10. You're just not. So why do I double down, triple down, quadruple down on eating from the animal kingdom? Because nutritionally, there is nothing on the planet that is better for you. Your body was designed to eat eggs, meat, and cheese. And I realize some vegetarians eat eggs, okay? But they should be eating steak. Sun, steak, and steel. Guys, thank you for, by the way, as we close up today, this is our last show of 2023. Isn't it crazy? I remember when I was a kid, even the year 2000 seemed like light years away. And now we're coming into 2024. My word. But guys, we've had a good year together, haven't we? Okay? And like I said, we've hit the 85,000 mark in the followers on Facebook. We appreciate that. The 4 million mark on our downloads of the podcast The Doctor Is In. You guys have made us who we are. And I just appreciate you more than you know, and I care for you more than you know. And when I say Happy New Year to you, I mean it. And let's all sort of put our hand up. My name is Tony, and I'm a carbaholic, and I'm going to do the reset in January. Okay? If you don't start on the 1st, you can start on the 2nd. Okay? You can start any day. But if you want to join us, okay? If you want to join us, we'll be pumping it up big time to join our crew that's going to do the reset together. And you can do it for a week. For those of you who are in good shape metabolically and just want to empty that liver out, well, you can do it for a week with us too, okay? It's always good. Guys, we love you dearly and sincerely. We'll talk to you soon.